2025 paint trends are in, and there is a big shake-up for colour in the coming year. And in the words of Elle Decor, we are no longer seeking permission to use colour in our home. I share my paint trend recommendations every single year. I've already got a blog on a roundup of this, which I will link in the caption below. And all of my data I'm sharing today comes from a range of sources. It comes from leading paint brands in the industry. I always find that the paints that they announce are a precursor of what is to come in the future for our interiors, along with what designers are using, and of course what I'm using in my own interior design projects and what I've been seeing a lot more of in the industry as an interiors writer. I'm going to jump straight into the video today, sharing 7 of the top paint colour trends for 2025. I'm also going to be sharing with you paint examples for each that you can purchase from UK brands and also US brands as well, so there's something for everyone in this video. Jumping in, if you followed the trends of 2024, you will have seen that brown was a big movement. It's one of those colours that creates a super cozy feeling in a space, really cocooning, great for moody rooms, and this year we are seeing it in new colourways with kind of a plum based undertone to it. Now this colour inspiration leads from Benjamin Moore's colour of the year, which is Cinnamon Slate. Cinnamon Slate is the most gorgeous plum based brown, and as you can see it pairs beautifully with other bold colours in the scheme. It particularly looks good with yellows, which I will be moving on to in this video very shortly, and it's one of those shades that I feel will just look amazing in a cozy bedroom, even a hallway as we've seen from this image. Perfect for cinema rooms and cozy reading nooks as well. There's something so highly pigmented and rich about this colour that I just think it's a really good option for a bedroom. If you're not a huge fan of Benjamin Moore colours, I've got a couple of options here. We've got Brinjal from Farrow & Ball, and we've also got Armadillo from Sherwin Williams. Next up, whether you like it or not, yellows are making a comeback. Now there was a bit of a controversy about Dulux's colour of the year, which is True Joy. Lots of people said they had colours like it in the home already, and other people showed such distaste and were like, I am never ever going to use that colour in my home. Joyous yellows are a little bit in your face. I personally wouldn't want to lie in my bed at night with 4 walls covered in this yellow. It's a little bit too intense, and unless you're balancing it well with kind of a neutral or another colour, it's really going to feel a bit too primary colour for any interior scheme. Now another alternative for this is Benjamin Moore Nacho Cheese. Now we are seeing yellows in interiors a lot more, and there are some amazing examples of where even buttery yellows are being used. I've got a gorgeous example of Farrow's Cream by Farrow & Ball in this toilet, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous with the tiles and the other richer colours that are going on in this scheme. I love a yellow like this in a pantry or a utility room, or something that perhaps has limited available light. It's going to brighten a room, and it's also great for cold north facing spaces as well. Now next up we have reds, and yes, the unexpected red theory was coined on TikTok this year, and if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a theory that using a pop of red in any room is the magic ingredient for pulling a room scheme together and basically creating a super stylish interior, whether you're an interior designer or not. I am all for this theory. I really do think it works in practice very well. It totally transforms a room. There's something about it that brings depth and balances really well with other colours, and in my opinion, red, believe it or not, is actually a colour that works with quite a wide range of colours, and you don't even need to use it in very big doses. I'm also a fan of painting specific pieces of furniture in a red colour just to bring in that pop of red. I've got a couple of examples of reds that I really like. We've got Farrow & Ball Eating Room Red, which is a very traditional red, and we've got Sherwin Williams Antique Red. Now number 4, I am talking about the very new neutral on the block, and that is a bright and breezy blue. Now hear me out on this. I've thought this for a really long time, and there is a misconception that blue in interior scheme can feel really cold unless you're in, the south of France or you've got a villa in Spain. Now, that's completely not true. I think that even though it has a cold undertone, a blue can actually brighten and bring warmth to a colour scheme. And we're seeing so much more of these blues filtering into our interiors. This for me is going to be the new neutral because it just has an air of beauty with it. It's very light, it's breezy, it brings brightness into a space. The trick is not to just use it completely on its own. You do need to still bring in those warm tones that are going to balance the intensity of the coolness of blue and is really going to bring that colour scheme together beautifully. My all-time favourite baby blue, if you will, is Farrow and Ball Palmer Grey. We have this in our bathroom, on our bathroom unit and on our woodwork. You just can't feel bad when you're surrounded by this colour. It's got such a beauty to it. It's really soothing, it's really relaxing, and I think blues in an interior, if you like coastal inspired interiors or perhaps you just want to try something different, do try blue because it will change your view on how it feels in a space. I also like Coat Paint's Good China, which is what we have in our living room. Number 5, yes, greys, beige washing, we are bored of it, okay? Our interiors deserve more than what I would describe as a beige for walls. Now, warmer neutrals are very much in. They're bringing deeper pigments with them, they're creating more depth of colour, and they just create the coziest look, especially if you colour drench the entire room. Now, I have Oxford Stone behind me, and it is the most gorgeous kind of warm neutral, very sandy. It also looks like kind of a mushroom shade. I love it, and it's just the perfect shade if you want to colour drench. We're in a north facing bedroom here, so it's very dark normally, and it just creates a really cosy setting for a bedroom. A few of my other favourites are Lick Beige, number 2. We've got Farrow and Ball London Stone, which is a little bit darker than Oxford Stone, which I've got on my walls, and Benjamin Moore Frosted Toffee. I love these shades because they can be incorporated into most interior design schemes, work really well with bolder colours, so you can do a mix of all of these colours that I'm talking about in your spaces today. Number 6, let's have a moment for burnt red terracottas. Now, you might think this is a bit similar to reds, but terracotta kind of takes on a whole new realm where we're talking about the different shades that you can pull from it. Earthy inspired interiors are still very much trending. Terracotta is one colour not to mess with. It is beautiful when it's used in the right doses. I love bringing these colours to unexpected spaces such as stairs or on a piece of furniture that's really going to uplift and bring character to your colour scheme. One of my favourites, which I'm popping up on the screen here now, is Spanked by Coat Paints. It is, in my opinion, one of my favourite terracottas. It's going to bring a really gorgeous depth to your scheme, and as you can see on stairs, it's the unexpected place. It's the first place you're likely to see when you step through the door, and it just looks amazing. Farrow and Ball Fox Red is another favourite that I have to mention, and Benjamin Moore Mexicana. And finally at number 7, I hope you're still with me on this one, is Deep Olive Shades. This pulls through to the earthy colour schemes we're still seeing a lot of in interiors, and in my opinion, it is the perfect marriage between your warmer neutrals and your terracottas. Coat Paint's Park Life is one of my favourites. We have it in our office, we've colour drenched with it, and I always say this when I talk about choosing greens for an interior, but you can't feel bad in a green. Green is proven to be virtually one of the easiest colours on the eye, especially sage green, and it just feels good to be around. It connects us to that natural side, and it's the perfect complement to earthy interiors. So Park Life's one of my favourites. We've also got Farrow and Ball Card Room Green and Sherwin Williams Taiga, which I hope I have said right. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. They will bring any design scheme on trend and up to date with your interiors in 2025. We are going bold in our interiors in 2025. Those are 7 trending colours. There are some others that I've put in the blog post, which I will link in the caption below. What do you guys think? I am loving that we are being bolder in our interiors. I've linked all of the paints that I've mentioned in today's video in the caption as well if you want to go and check those out. If you want any other colour recommendations, as always, please do leave me a comment below. I come back to all my comments and share my advice and recommendations with you. But if you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you on my next one.